Good evening, everyone.
Yo.
This is weird. Friday night.
It doesn't even feel like Friday today. Like
It does
whole
not.
Week, every day felt off, completely off.
I had Wednesday off because it was a federal holiday. Today it feels like, I don't know, a Tuesday. Does not feel like a Friday.
We are here, 2:37. So I gotta ask you, did you get spoiled on this chapter in any way
A
possible?
few things, but generally speaking, I don't think I know the major highlights of what's going on.
Okay.
I had to dodge more spoilers than I'm used to because normally we react to the chapter like 4 hours after it drops. This one was like, I don't know, 15, 16 hours after it dropped. No, not that much. Probably like 12.
So what we're in for today, man. Don't know how many chapters we have left, but I don't know. So we just started the year. Maybe it's looking like February. Once again, it's looking like February.
Most likely.
Pretty much. Dialogue in itself, I was just joking about it before we started. Undead Unluck. Part 8, because they say that every damn chapter, it seems like, or every other chapter in the past 10. Because it was like, nah, you know I'm the name drop king. Negator ability king.
Man, if Soul goes out like this, though, I am just going to be on his ass for all of eternity. Sorry, not sorry.
He would go into my character, just in general characters that shoulda, coulda, woulda. He's in the shoulda, coulda, woulda category. That's what he is. But oh my god,
potential, man.
Yes. Hello, Lauren. What's up?
Good evening. Thank you for joining us every week.
Tozuka might as well just have not highlighted Soul. He would have been better off. Like, honestly, I think that kind of is a part of the problem. Like, I still personally think that he's being rushed. That's why the Master Rules end up more intriguing. But if this is what he wanted to do, he might as well have just made Soul not. Like, I think maybe the Soul revelation, so like, maybe introduce this group without having like a real leader. They're just kind of like equals or seen as equals. Yeah. But later on say, oh, he was the first one that was created. Then we learn, oh, he actually is kind of special. And then we're here. It would make it a little bit more serviceable. But
I will just kind of say, I don't think Tozuka will ever admit that he was rushed.
No.
Even if he was. And that's unfortunate. That's just like, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, is the phrase.
Yeah.
And if he ever wants another series, or is ever offered another series in Shonen Jump, he can't talk badly about them, even if we do actually feel that way.
Yeah, he don't got that kind of privilege, you know, compared to other mangaka.
Kubo's like, Shonen Jump sucks. Never again. They rushed me. All right, and then I'm going to get an anime, and I'm going to write 30 new chapters, and you're going to bring me back for another continuation.
I still got to figure out what happened exactly. Because I hear so many different things that I'm just like, I don't know. So once Core 4 ends, I'm going to look at the manga, I'm going to read it, and be like, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Because even so far, like, you know, we talk to Sherm all the time. Shout out Sherm, it's our boy. And there's a certain stuff that's like that was added to it. Like, obviously, yes, it's good. That's what anime should do. It should reinforce what the manga has, but it seems like there's so many things in the manga that's just rushed. When it comes to that, 1,000 Year Blood War arc is just kind of like, So,
yeah, it's enjoyable. It's kind of meatheaded at the moment, which is fine. Like, I love good animation as much as the next guy, but I do want some vegetables.
Blue Lock fans. Like, this is exactly what we want. It's all we want. is good animation. What happened last chapter, man?
Last chapter, it was the conviction of Andy to die. And I know what you're thinking. He's always had that conviction. No. This is accepting his death in a different way that I ever think he thought was possible. Because in order to defeat Soul Sun Phase End, they need to use heart. And using heart, unfortunately, will rob or deplete Fuuko of her memories, of her love for Andy. For now. Until we find a workaround. Because love always prevails. But, yeah, lots of callbacks, lots of Undead Unluck references. Man, everyone is on the battlefield. Soul keeps getting sunned.
It truly is Undead Unluck we made along the way. Like the fact that it keeps name dropping, I'm like, okay, it quite literally is the Undead Unluck. Yes. Yo, Raps, Happy New Year, time for peak. All right. That's another thing too. We're talking about this last, I think, it was the last chapter reaction. How like, despite things, like, well, I guess I should say personal things that we don't like, things that we do like, things that we don't like. Tozuka is really good at still giving you stuff, new things that you didn't even think you needed or wanted, and it actually ends up really good. Like even just that line of how his perception of death's changed or his acceptance of it has changed. Losing her would be that. Like I never thought he would say something like that. Not necessarily. It's in character, but you go on there.
Yeah.
And it was dope.
And then they did also mention if they beat Sun Soul, they win the game. They win the game. Negators, Umas, and artifacts are all removed from the world. What does that mean? In practicality, I don't know.
"Quote unquote" validated world, whatever that also means as well. We had a big discussion about like where did Sun and Luna come from. Not gonna get into that again. Maybe later if something comes up in this chapter, but nonetheless, it's a thought. Like what happens now, and also just the fact that Heart is able to stop this is still intriguing. Like that sacred treasure is, I would say, is by far more important, more of a clutch weapon than anything. Literally, you have Soul Calibur, you have G-Liner Pin, you have all these different artifacts, all these different things, even the other two sacred treasures, and nothing comes close to that. At this point, I think all of those combined can't even beat Heart, because if Heart can beat every Uma ever in existence, including Sun and Soul, Phase 4 or Phase End, then what can't it be? Like,
true.
It's pretty OP.
And then a somewhat depressing factoid. I don't know if I shared this with you or not. Based on the design of Phase End for Soul Sun, they are speculating that Uma Spring was ingested because of the tree roots.
Okay. Okay. That's a good. Whoever or the people that notice it, good. Good job. Yeah. That is crazy though. I guess let's see the heartbeat and the big bads, Bleach 5 Goldberg. It's the Hawks.
Amazing.
Well, guess you ready to hop into it?
Yeah, I think you are going first this time because technically I started the second chapter first.
Right, because we did the two. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So, sayonara.
So you guys know the drill. If you're new to this, you're watching the VOD, or you're new here live, what we usually do is one person will read the chapter on their own, camera on, mic on. The other one will mute themselves, go away for a little bit, and then we'll message the other person to come back so that you guys can get authentic, entertainment from us reading the chapter and whatnot on our own. Instead of like one person reading it and the other one just following along with their mic off or whatever, so you can get both of our authentic reactions. So that being said, let's jump into this chapter. I'm excited. I don't know what to expect other than like we quote unquote win, but I am waiting I am waiting for that Luna conversation with Fuuko and gang. I don't know if Fuuko will be. Yeah, I think she'll be there to talk at least. By the way, dope art in 236 too. All right, chapter title is called "Game Cleared." They freaking did it. The two of them, they won against God. What the? Okay. What they noticing? Okay, it's like a light coming around. Who is that? Is that Luna coming in? Because you kind of see like a little ray or like trace of light coming down. What the hell is there? What the hell is there more to this? I hope not. I'm totally spent. No. Game results. Okay, game results. So Luna, that is Luna, and she's telling them the results. You see hearts kind of glowing right there in front of Fuuko. Okay. Avoidance of Ragnarok successful. Okay. Finally. We got that. We got that dub. But what does that mean? Damn, look how big she is. Pause. Well, I don't know why I said pause, but look how big she is compared to them. You see them all the way at the bottom of that panel, and then you see her all the way, her whole body's like damn near the entire panel. Oh, well, now she's fading away. Present the reward. What is the reward? See Clothy there. The first reward. Okay. What is she doing? Okay. What? There's light leaving Sun's body. The complete eradication of Umas. Okay. Makes sense. The complete eradication of Umas. All right. The Umas within Sun, the Umas within Sun, Umas will now simply exist as laws of the world, which is something that I think pretty much all of us predicted that. Like, I remember saying this so long ago, so many times, that by defeating God and winning the game, that Umas will now become just like, you know, what our world is in real life, like just elemental things or laws and rules or whatever they are. They will be that, simply that. That's laws of the world. Laws. Okay. Clothy. Oh, yeah, Clothy. Damn. Let's see. Bye, huh? Yeah. I count as an Uma, too. Yep. Thanks for all your help, Clothy. I was just carrying out my rule. Never thought I'd be warned by the person who take down Lord Sun. Luck really wasn't on my side, I gotta say. That's pretty crazy. And the fact that Clothy, he was always a real one, though. Like, he wasn't, like, annoying and just being a dickhead, kind of like how Apocalypse was. He was always doing his job. And he really didn't have too much input. Like, he was mostly unbiased a lot of times. I think there's a few times throughout the manga where he would, like, say certain things like this, like, you know, despite me being a Uma or me being this, you know, I still fuck with y'all, but I am what I am at the same time. It goes both ways. Well, them's the breaks. See ya. Yeah, I swear. Yeesh. Or yish, I swear. What's a human doing? Crying over a Uma. Okay, and then Fuuko's crying over him, his demise. I do wish that he had like a little bit more dialogue in the manga. Because sometimes, for me personally, I always forgot about him a lot. You know, it always took like Twitchy or you guys to point him out, or me to like zoom in and see like, oh yeah, there goes Coffee. But not bad at all. It's just something that I was thinking about. It ain't like clothes are going anywhere. Lady Luna said it herself, didn't she? I'll remain as a law. Andy, thanks for continuing to wear me. This is a reward from me to you. Said clothes still gonna exist. Don't worry, you're not gonna be naked. I hope the both of you weave the most wicked happiness. Wow, wicked happiness, huh? Ooh, look what he turned into. A dress? Is that a dress? Oh, that's fire. That's fire. You're damn wicked yourself, partner. Why Andy kind of looking like Victor a lot here in these last few pages? The second reward. Oh, they go Anaun / Akira. What? Yeah, what happens here? Does like Akira just disappear or Anaun just disappear? Well, it looks like it's the opposite. Is that you, Kuno? Huh? Are you talking to me? The extinguishment of negation abilities. Yeah, okay. I don't know why it looked. Okay, makes sense. Boom. The extinguishment on back, trust. Oh, I love how like it's fading away too. The names, that's fire. The negation names, that's a really cool touch. Wow. Damn, just think about this for a second. Like, think of like Billy. You know, well, Portella specifically. Like, he can talk now, can he? Yeah, he should be able to talk now. And just other people too. I'm not gonna get into all the characters. We'll talk about that afterwards. But damn, dear, do you like me? Huh? Oh yes. Whoa, it's true. The truth is gone. Chikara, quick, snap a shot of me. You haven't disappeared, Sean. Wait, your eyes are healed. Okay, so it is fixing everybody. So his eyes are healed. Um, I wonder if can Billy see? Nah, I don't think so. Nah, I think nah. Vic, I'm not your punching bag anymore. Hey, Engine, look at this. Wow. Well, are you head over heels? Well, are you head over heels? Huh? Sure, whatever. All right, now I'm motivated. Everyone, Tella just spoke. Yep, that's what I was talking about. He's going to sing the song right now. Please, deceased sir. Hey, everyone, Phil just smiled. Wow. Andy, dang. What a relief. How can, now you can die anytime you want. That's crazy. And that's facts. Yeah. And now you can touch people whenever you want. But this is the end for her, or at least it should be the end for her because of what happened and whatnot. So even if she can't touch, wow, that's crazy. So the first time you get to touch her without the abilities, both of their abilities and anything, she's gonna be gone. Maybe I'm assuming. The third reward, okay. Andy, I know you well enough to know that nothing I will say, that nothing I say will stop you. I know this might torment you, Fuuko, but oh, is it? Wait. Oh, Tatiana. I don't know why for a second I thought Miko. I'm gonna say Miko don't exist now. Who is this young girl? Tatiana. Want to wear that dress the way I am right now. Damn. Leave it to me. The loss of all artifacts. Okay, so that's the third reward. So, does that mean that she kind of saved Fuuko? Because if the artifact exists, it's still or was that just like the sacrifice in itself, like all artifacts? So that means she's gone too because of that. I'm not sure though. Fuuko, everybody's shocked, crying. Fuuko. Okay. She opened her eyes. Whoa, so cute. A model? No, well, yeah, the memories. So yeah, the memories are all gone. Oh, so that's basically all that, the shards and all that was just disappearing. Now she don't remember them no more. Why? Why just Fuuko? That is the price she had to pay. Game cleared. Congratulations. So the memories are gone. We will no longer intervene in this world. We will simply continue to watch over it as the sun and the moon from here. But like, why though? Why? Why exactly did you guys have to quote unquote learn? What was that for? And why are you guys now watching over them after doing all the shit that you did to them and now being complete spectators? I still don't understand that. Like, I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. We just don't know who are their superiors and shit like that. From here, a place no one knows, a place with no gods. A world for all of you. Is this a wedding? Where am I? Yo, Brad, huh? You free right now? Okay, that's the end of the chapter. And he has the dress in hand, and obviously she doesn't know who this guy is. She doesn't know who anybody is. I don't know. I like this chapter, but I still feel weird. Like, it kind of feels like all of this was for, I don't want to say for nothing, because that just sounds kind of like, from the sun and from Luna and Sun's perspective, it's kind of like, I would hope that we get more dialogue from them after this, but the series seems like it's just about over at the same time. So, a few chapters left for epilogue territories now, but it's like, so we did all this so that this world can, I guess, be run on its own. So they're going to leave this world, and are they going to well, they say they're going to spectate, so they're going to stay here too and just watch over them. But hypothetically, is this what other universes go through as well? Like, some kind of torment towards people or civilization on the planet, and then pretty much they, once the people win against them, they essentially just kind of leave them alone, don't intervene anymore. Like, what's the point of that? I definitely want more dialogue from Sun and Luna after that, for sure. Let me go back to chat, see what y'all saying real quick before I get Twitchy back in here. Yeah, Clothy Goat, yep. Yeah, and Billy, he was always blind. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, is he blind? Did he get his vision back? Yeah. Yeah, just okay, so just the wounds. Because obviously with Chikara. Phil smiling, yes. Do wonder if Luna has come to understand what love is. Maybe Sun as well. Definitely hope that vlog touches on that. We should have 3 or 4 chapters. So yeah, I agree. I agree with both of those things. We definitely deserve to have that some more dialogue from Sun and Luna, because that just, imagine we didn't. That would be crazy. Like, what are we doing here? Don't leave any of this to interpretation. Like, tell us, because if you introduce the fact, right, that they're from a different world and they came here to do what they, doing literally 2 chapters ago, it's like, well, we deserve to know a little bit more of that. That's why it's always dangerous to introduce certain things later on, in like very late in the story, to when the series is about to end within 10 chapters, and then not kind of touch on it a little bit more, But I trust Tozuka that he'll explain it for sure. Some more to go because it's not ended. True, he didn't say it was in yet. The new world opium comes. And where is Ruin? That's another thing. Where's Ruin? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Intriguing. Very intriguing. All right, let me get Twitchy back in here real quick. Twitcher, my boy. Where's he at? Okay. And I'm probably glitched out for a second, but I'm cool. I'm cool. Friday, January 3rd, 2025. We're really in 2025, guys. That's crazy. Who would have thought? Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead and read.
All right. A reminder, guys, if Vante didn't already say it, like the stream if you are enjoying so far. If not, maybe I can get that like out of you. All right, chapter 237, Game Cleared. They freaking did it. The 2 of them. They won against God. What the? Split in half. Huge soul meteorite. What the hell? Is there more to this? I hope not. I'm totally spent, says Shen. No. Game results. Avoidance of Ragnarok successful. This paneling of Luna and the previous panel of Luna, majestic. I will now present the reward. She's fading away? Double spread. The first reward. What? There's light leaving the sun's body. The complete eradication of Umas. The Umas within Sun. Umas will now simply exist as laws of the world. Laws? Looking down at Clothy. Clothy. Oh yeah, I count as an Uma too. He's one of the crew. He forgot. Thanks for all your help, Clothy. I was just carrying out my role. Never thought I'd be warned by the person who'd take down Lord Sun. Luck really wasn't on my side, I gotta say. Well, them's the breaks. See ya. Yick. Yes, I swear. What's a human doing crying over an Uma? It ain't like clothes are going anywhere. Lady Luna said it herself, didn't she? I'll remain as a law. Andy, thanks for continuing to wear me. Full circle. start to finish, Clothy, one of the best Umas, in my opinion. This is a reward from me to you. I hope... I hope the both of you weave the most wicked happiness. You're damn wicked yourself, partner. The second reward. Hey, what up? I did know that he showed up this chapter. Ano Un looks shocked to see Akira. Is that you, Kuno? Huh? Are you talking to me? Pointing. The extinguishment of negation abilities. Bonnie's back. Unknown is back. Ichiko is finally sleeping. Thank God. Tella can talk. Is Billy blind or is he healed? That's the question. Undead, Injustice. All of them in the back. Tatiana coming out of the shell. Okay. Moving on. Mui, dear, do you like me? Huh? Oh, yes. Oh, it's true. Untruth is gone. Huh. So they regained their younger age. I'll talk about that at the end. Chikara, quick, snap a shot of me. You haven't disappeared, Sean. Wait, your eyes are healed. Save that for the end. Vic, haha, I'm not your punch-a-bag anymore. Hey, Engine, look at this. Well, are you head over heels? Huh? Sure, whatever. Alright, now I'm motivated. Everyone, Tella just spoke. He's gonna sing a song right now. Please desist, sir. Hey everyone, Phil just smiled. Give him a little bit more, please. Please. He's a good little boy. Andy? What a relief. Now you can die anytime you want. Yeah, and now you can touch people whenever you want. And the third reward, Andy, I know you well enough to know that nothing I say will stop you. I know this might torment you, Fuuko, but I want to wear that dress the way I am right now. Yeah, leave it to me. The loss of all artifacts. Symbolic that the heart is deteriorating. Fuuko's memories fading away. Oof. Fuuko! Fuuko? Whoa, so cute! A model? No way. Why? Why just Fuuko? That is the price she had to pay. Game cleared. Congratulations. Okay. Ano-un fading away. Fang walking away. We will no longer intervene in this world. We will simply continue to watch over it as the sun and the moon. From here, a place no one knows, a place with no gods, a world for all of you. Is this a wedding? Where am I? Yo, brat, huh? You free right now? Let's talk about this.
Let's have a dialogue.
Let's start a dialogue.
Go ahead, you first.
Okay. Do I say it? I think I'm gonna say it. That chapter was shit.
It was shit.
Chapter was shit.
So for me, I would say I like the clothy part. I like the dress.
There are things to like in this chapter.
I like the touch on the fading away of the negation ability names.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that Tella can speak now.
Yes.
The problems that I have, some of them are just like, I mean, we've already seen it coming. Like the whole, whatever, people the memes of the Mickey Mouse, Disney, that stuff. I get that. That's not even my biggest issue. My issue is Sun and Luna. Like, so you just did this for nothing? Like, we have to get more dialogue. Because, like, what was the point of this? Oh, and remember, we said this a long time ago. Oh, these are going to become the sun and the moon. But I didn't think under this kind of circumstance. I thought it was going to be like a actual, either an explanation or somehow forcing them to become that. Like, not that, oh, you win the game, now we're just going to be these bodies of not planets, but bodies of fire, a little star and a rock. It's like, what?
Welcome,
That's
Pell.
my biggest issue.
I just said something, probably the most controversial thing I've said in this entire series. I will restate it for those of us just joining. I feel like this chapter was shit. And let me now elaborate now that the controversial statement has been made. This chapter, it was the only logical conclusion to the entirety of the second Ragnarok being sped up. This is the result of all this unease that we've been feeling. It's that it's been sped up. We don't get what we want in terms of a lot of these resolutions. There's no stakes. You're telling me Chikara healed? You're telling me that
the age of Mui,
of Shen and Mui just doesn't matter anymore? That's crap. That's crap. It's literally back to square one. And while I can respect that from Fuuko and Andy's love story perspective, we already assumed that was what was going to happen. So, no spoilers for the series, but a TPN situation, The Promised Neverland. My issue with this, more so than the ending of TPN, from what I remember, because it's been a couple of years, is that we erased all of the damages. This was a flawless victory. There is not a single downside that I can think of at the moment, besides Fuuko not having her memories. Which, yes, is a consequence, but if you told me the lesser of two evils, Fuuko losing her memories, or all the other things that happened in this arc, no, not it. I feel differently about this. I hope that this is anti-cope. What's the phrase? I hope that I'm just delusional right now. And I'm sure some of you may have disliked the video. And again, I understand that. I knew I kind of hesitated. Is it for a reason? Before I said it, I hesitated because I knew what it would invoke. Now, I will start to look through the chat a little bit. I'll reread the chapter. But my first impression, not good. So I'm going to take my camera off. Okay.
Did he make it back to Earth? Because if he didn't, he should be dead.
No, it's fine. He just transported down. He's fine.
Honestly, that's what this chapter was. Healing, transported down, like things are just like. So the Fuuko thing is something I already.
How do I double dislike?
Kind of how.
I'll dislike it for you. I'll dislike the video on my own personal Mr. Twitchy. So I'll give you that.
It's kind of the same thing I was talking about before, like in the recap portion about the whole Fuuko, the literal artifact, right? Just being the plot device, the Dex Machina of like it literally.
So what did you say? Obviously, that was kind of a hot take from me. What did you say?
My thing, I just kept questioning about Sun and Luna. Like, what was the point? The other stuff, I was just like, I'm just reading. Like, okay, this is. I never liked these kind of things. The whole making everything right, fixing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, whatever. Let me just keep reading to see if there's a catch at the end. There was no catch at the end, not at all. But I hate that. I know it's shonen, but like, no one died in the series. Like in the end, no one's dead. Not a single person. No one.
I guess you can count Clothy, but not
no,
really.
The rules aren't dead either. I mean, yes and no. You know, like yes and no. They are just now a law. Something that we've been said a long time ago. They're just become the actual rules of, or you know, nature and life. But no one died. And actually, hold on. Let me reel it back a few seconds. You just said cloth. I even said it when I was reading it. I was like, Clothy, he was a cool character, but honestly, I wish he had a lot more dialogue because I personally always forget about him. It's always you or the chat that points him out. And I'm like, oh yeah, Clothy. I don't even care that much. I mean, it was sad a little, but Clothy, that's who we lost. Clothy. Think about that. Clothy, that's the biggest loss aside from Apocalypse, and he was barely even on our side.
Spring, they got no dialogue this loop. Come on, guys. Are
I'm
we
sorry,
like?
I gotta, you know, we just gotta be real about every series that we react to, and it's always like this. It's always gonna be like this. There's things that you like or dislike. You know us. We love this series for 99% of the series. 98,
guys,
97.
I'm gonna somewhat give you a behind the scenes type of look into Vante and I's heads because we resonate so frequently. Whenever we don't like something, we use the word interesting. I don't know if you picked up on that, but it takes something special in me because I care so much about this series. I know Vante cares so much about this series. For it to end this way, because I'm guessing we get 2 more chapters and that's the end of it, is that we cared so much about this, we wanted more from it. These expectations that we have were cultivated by Tozuka. And again, not saying that what we got in this chapter, there wasn't things to like. This chapter was shit. All right, I'm going to go read it again. I will still be here listening, and I will chime in if you have anything else.
You turn the camera on, and I'm going to say, it's still shit. But yes, Alva, it's the Swiss Army knife of adjectives. Exactly. It is. But that is the word we're going to use. Or if it's like an unknowing thing. Because I know, I've always said this a long time. Like every time I'm looking or watching something, even before YouTube and reacting, I will always say stuff like that. Like, interesting. Like, like, I don't know where this is going. Or this just ain't it. But, there's something else I wanted to mention. Where was it in this chapter? Yeah, I hope that the anime does. But that's another thing too. Like, I mean, me personally. Okay, so funnily enough, usually the way that so obviously I started reading. I mean, I started watching anime before I started like reading manga. But then eventually I started to read manga to watch anime. I typically don't read or watch series like that like anymore unless it's for like discourse, so I can talk to some friends that recommended it to me for reaction purposes that we're doing right now, or something that I've just always been kind of following along for years or something like that, or if it's just like a, like I said, a lot of discourse. But the one thing though about like hoping that the anime fixes things and stuff, I still do that too. But like, I want it to still be good in the manga too. The manga is its own medium, it's its own art, it's its own art form, medium. It is the source material. So I would hope that the manga is always good, just like I hope that anime adaptations are always going to be good. And on both ends, sometimes they both fail in different ways, but like I still want both to be good. But in that case, like, it just depends on the circumstance. Like, it has to be because, like think about Bleach, for example. Even though it's not the best example, because I personally don't think that anything that's added to it or allegedly was added to it is really helping it by that much. But theoretically, I do think that if whatever's going on with Kubo over a decade ago, he got rushed or whatever, if that's all true, then I'm okay. That's acceptable. That's appropriate in my opinion. But yes, the anime should add things to make sure that he can end it the way that he wanted to. And he also gives them, tips and all that on how to, write certain things or introduce certain things. But most circumstances like this, I can't really give Tozuka that kind of. It's kind of like a pass. It's like, no, you should, like, because Sam just never had an anime adaptation. This is what we got. I can't really be like, well, I hope, like, no, it's the book. It's the manga itself. So I would hope that the manga is the way that, in a good way for me personally. And right now, honestly, I've been feeling the same way I felt this chapter that I felt since the Master Rules died. I kept bringing it up. So it's been like this constantly. But it is what it is.
So, Soul. Anything else with Soul? No. Doesn't matter. Gone.
Nope. It's gone.
Never to be talked about again. I had a half thought before I started my reread, in that I thought potentially this Luna that we saw was Soul pretending to be her. But then I thought to myself, no, that wouldn't make sense how Akira came back and how the artifact busted and how Fuuko lost her memories. Like, there's too much. Like, this is Luna, but I had a second of hope in my mind. Oy.
Yes, Pam. Quality unironically is better than Soul. Really better than Soul. Yes. Like, I mean, that literally proved that. Clothy was more important in this chapter. His conclusion was more important than every rule. I'm just saying, like, I'm not hating on Clothy. I like Clothy, but he's it's Clothy. He's very much of a background character. Like, absolutely.
Can you go to page 16 for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
Is Latla falling down?
Hold on. Yeah, so I guess because the artifacts are going right.
Oh, she lost her leg and she got it back.
Oh, the leg, yeah. Wait.
Because she had Blade Runner on one of her legs.
So it was basically everybody getting healed just to say that, like, any injury or anything that anyone has gotten from, like, damage they gotten from a rule is just eradicated fully. Because now that the rules are, like, just the rules of life, they're not like actual things anymore.
I kind of thought of it similar to Pokemon, in terms of once you level up, you gain that experience, and then your health goes back up.
it's just like just looking at this stuff again. Nah, man. And I was already feeling like this. I was already feeling like this the moment with Fuuko when it was revealed that she had that heart was within her. Like, that was cool and all, but now that I think about it, that does not match up. I'm sorry. Like, stakes wise, really, that was what we had to sacrifice in order to win the game. That's not a big sacrifice. I mean, yes, the memories and stuff are gone, but is Fuuko's memories as big as like life itself? You get what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't.
The human species.
Them and rules, like everybody, like her, like we thought when that guy introduced it was gonna be more of a sacrificial play. Where we were even thinking that what if everybody lose love, even though we learned it was just Fuuko.
That would have been interesting, though.
That's stakes enough. Like, I don't understand why it's. And plus, remember when she realized, my heart is the artifact. Her and Andy was all right. Let's do this. Like, that in itself just shows that it wasn't that big of a. I mean, at first we looked at it as like, oh damn, that's huge for these characters to be like, oh, we're down with it. We got to do what we got to do. But in reality, that's very easy peasy. In the grand scheme of things, that's easy. It's very easy. Like, yes, we're going to do this. Yes, we're going to use your heart. If you lose your memories, okay. He literally told her, it's okay. I'll find you again. We'll, like, once again, TPing, but a little more. That's not. It wasn't like the fate of the world was on the line. And not to I won't spoil it, but not to that extent. This is like literally like everything on Earth, from what we know, was on the line. And she just gave up her memories, pretty much.
Here's another question. Do we think Fuuko's original soul, let's just call it, is contained within the body of Ruin?
And if that's the case, that makes me hate it. Now, I didn't say hate or shit this chapter. I didn't say that, but that would make me start talking like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it kind of is already set up. Well, I don't even know if it's set up or not, because the negator abilities are gone. So, what happened with that? Did it disappear? You know, did everyone get thrown to a? I don't know. He broke through the dimensions or something. He's just dying. Exactly. He's just dying in space.
He's like the Doctor Strange. That's
the thing. God. The Fuuko thing. Like, I'm gonna be honest to you. All right, let me ask you this question. I'll give my answer first, though. So, if the world was on the line, like literally our world, everything, and you had the means to saving everything, like it's a guarantee.
Okay.
Are you willing to lose your memories for that? I think I would.
Yes.
I don't think that's really easy. I'm not saying that it's like it's extremely easy, but it's relatively simple to be like, oh yeah, my own family, I can just think about them, friends, they live in the world, I can save them in proximity with
$1 million, gun pointed to your head. I don't know. Could be either one.
Mona, son, soul, ruin. Like, it just.
Never saw Lucy again.
There was something else too that I was just thinking about a second ago. That's like done, just gone. What was it? The predecessors, the people who had Unluck before Fuuko, like that was a thing, and then it just wasn't a thing no more. They just appeared.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? And yeah, I agree with you, Phil. It's like it's not that hard of a decision. They might just get it back. And plus, knowing her personality, I mean, she still has a personality. She can develop all of those relationships back, basically. You know, despite not going through life and death, you know, fighting wise, she can still enjoy everybody. I don't know.
Ras has an interesting point, and I'm going to make this featured because that's something we can do.
Yeah, we can forget.
Honestly, I also just think it's perfectly fitting that after our total loss last loop, we get a pretty perfect victory in the end. Fair
That's what I
if
was
people
saying.
don't F with it like this, though.
That's what I was saying before until recently. Like the last, I forget which chapters, but I felt like that at first. But then I was like, but no, because
To me, it's like, I don't like how Chikara healed. It was at that moment I had to like stop reading the chapter, and I was just like, really? Really? Because if you're not even going to let them have injuries from this fight,
What did they lose? They didn't lose nothing.
they didn't lose anything. And kind of what's also a cop-out is Fuuko, not single-handedly, but she had a large part in building up this family that is the Union. They are going to reciprocate that for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So she will always have loving friends, lovers. She's always going to have this camaraderie with her team. So whatever she would have lost with her memories, she's going to get it back tenfold with new memories.
Oh,
Now,
God.
if she had lost her ability to love, could you imagine how that would differ from what we're feeling right now? Just her losing her memories. No, if she can't love anyone anymore, if it's just not a concept in her head.
And I think that will go into like kind of like, or at least how we were kind of theorizing about like Sun and Luna. There's some like they don't have love, never learned it. They're kind of isolated, alone. Then I'm okay. There goes that dynamic between her and Luna, at least specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing too. Once again, I'm gonna bring it up again for 1,000th time. Master Rules and Injustice. It wasn't even like Injustice for one. Okay, it's like that dead everything so quick. In one chapter, all the Master Rules died. That was a power that literally just destroyed that. Boom. Okay, that wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Like that was already a big Ex Machina type of, And then we have another one right after that with Fuuko, and it's like, damn, did the Master Rules ever have any kind of like
chance
real
to
privileges or chances? Like, sure, you can go with the whole loop, but okay, everything got destroyed 100 times or whatever. But like, this is us reading. We're not the characters in the series, right? Us reading the series, we only seen the world get destroyed once, somewhat before. When we seen Victor, that doesn't count, whatever. But it's just kind of, I don't know.
It feels like this whole last arc was cheapened by the fact that everyone is back to the ruin execution attempt. Because Chikara has his eyes back.
Yeah, this is kind of like, what's funny too? This is kind of like how people look at the AOT ending. But in that one, I feel like there's a lot of differences because like, we knew the motivations, we knew the stakes. There were stakes at the end. People died. Certain people died for the cause. And the person wanted to protect their people as much as possible without, trying to balance it. Here it's like nobody really gave up too much in the end to protect. And like yes and no at the same time. It wasn't like, when was the last? I don't remember the last time I felt. I mean, see, okay, I remember you brought this up before. I know the story probably wouldn't have been able to prolong that long, but like if we had another loop before this, or like say this was a loop and then we had another one after this, and then we get to this point, I think at least that would make me feel a little bit more like, okay, we seen what they had to go through before. Now they got everything right. Injustice, the heart, all these things are here now. They didn't go through a lot of that before. It wasn't like, I wish there was like one loop where maybe we had one of the things and didn't have the other and we lost. Something like that. And we got more of the master rules too. Kind of like how when Lon said, she had fought against Nico before, and we've seen that briefly. But like actually have a loop where we get to see the master rules and then go to the point where they all get killed in one chapter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you jump from point A to point C, and then the B is just like there could have been a lot of things filled in right there, but there just wasn't. Yeah, section could be shown in a lot of different ways. And it doesn't have to be just death, but like, I mean, just saying everybody lived, everybody is healed,
de-aged,
everybody has their memories, everybody have their families, everyone's okay. Fuuko is still alive. She doesn't have her memories. She could she can create new memories with people. And then once again, it's a manga. Everything shouldn't have to end perfectly fine all the time. You can do little things to make it,
I hate feeling like this.
I saw it coming, but I was coping a lot. I think we all were. I'm not going to speak for everybody because people like this chapter. But I'm saying for people that feel like us.
And again, for the people that like this chapter, I completely respect that opinion. For me,
100%.
I just can't get over the glaring issues that this chapter personified. Now, I'll ask you this question. I already have my answer. Do you think that Undead Unluck was canned?
I've been saying it. I think, whatever can mean, I just think he got rushed. Whatever, say if that's what that is. Yes. 100%. There's no once again, I just don't see how it would be possible for us to get a Lion and Beast arc. Two rules that in reality aren't that important.
Mean nothing in the grand scheme.
How do we get two arcs with them and nothing? I'm not even saying that they all need their own arc, but at least they all needed a special moment in a arc or in this Ragnarok. It's like
Justice got nothing, never got a line. We don't look at Uma Time. He got reverse Uno card by Fang.
Yeah, one real good dialogue analysis.
Change. She had so much potential. Had a great, what we thought was the first part of a fight with Gina, and then got stabbed with the saber from across the map.
The matchups against Fuuko and Andy, you're telling me that those two right there,
they couldn't get anything more. We didn't see any upgraded forms for either of them.
And I know people will say, well, Injustice, but at least have a struggle and we were doing pretty good against them for a while. When we kept switching to different perspectives, we were doing pretty goddamn good until that 1 second.
Assuming that we had even had any casualties from that fight between Luck and Death, let's just say they weren't facing off against Andy or Fuuko, it would have been healed at the end of it. We would have got these people back. I'm assuming any deaths would have been revived.
Technically, yeah, right? Because
it went back to a time before Ragnarok even started. It went back to when Ruin took out Chikara's eyes. That was not the final Ragnarok. I hate feeling like
talk about because specifically Uma's and negator abilities are gone. So they literally, if someone were to die, they probably would have just ended up coming back, right? Because if it was the opposite, because the rules would come back like they always do. If they were to die, which they have before, and they came back in the next loop. So technically speaking, Yeah, exactly, Raps. But Injustice, like I get it, but I don't know why. Sometimes people do that. Like they will say, like, oh, well, the author did introduce this thing here. But sometimes that don't mean that it's good, man.
Yeah, Grandpa Ishin, that's an entirely different thing. He died likely from old age while they were fast forwarding through the passes.
Yes, it's like Dragon Ball. Exactly. It's like, oh, the only difference between that series and this one, that one is, oh, we already know what this is about. And the series kept going on with that. This, I I didn't think it would become this. I didn't think that the rewards were going to be like that to that extent. No.
Guys, you're being great in the chat. I want to thank you for that. I want you to drop your chapter ratings for what you thought this chapter was. I'll let a couple of the answers to come in, and then both Vontae and I will give our answers. But
yeah, pal, because everybody's broken, technically speaking. Every goddamn ability is broken. To the most of them, 95% of them were broken. I hate that the master rules are just like, that's really my personal biggest gripe. It's like, what am I looking at? Like, when I go into these battle shonen, I want to see antagonists do something. I mean, it's about it's fighting. Fighting is a big part of this, just as much as the romance in the series. But
while we're waiting on a couple of those answers, I'll just ask you, like, what was the point of Sun and Luna? If they're still going to continue to watch over the world, did they learn anything? Are they going to watch over this forever? Is this their eternal punishment? Why would Luna want to eternally watch over something when she was starting to learn something based on how our characters were interacting with her, how they were speaking, how they were fighting against this cruelty? Like, what's her final resolution? Just she's the rock that revolves around the planet? Time did get more than death and luck, and that's my problem. That should never have been the case.
Like, really? Language had the best showing out of any of the characters, any of the master rules. Just easily. In terms of dialogue, fight, art, focus, relevance. How?
Okay, so chapter ratings, I give this a 3.
This chapter specifically, I'll give it a... I'd probably give it like a 5. There are things that I liked in it. Like this is a result that works. It's just
technically yes, I just don't like it.
Exactly. I can't. I don't know no other way to word it, but like, it's yes. This is a good happy ending, but there ain't nothing that damn happy for my enjoyment. Not too much.
All right, another question, and this is Cope. I'm just gonna preface it by saying it is 100% Cope. Do you think this is over? This fight?
Absolutely. Like, they're gone. We just seen them go become the sun and moon.
No chance that this is a soul misdirect? None?
Hell no. Okay. It's not. It's nope.
I just want to throw it out there.
How would that work? Especially if we think that the manga's going to end soon. I doubt this manga will end bad. Like in a. That's another thing too. What we're saying is that we don't want a bad ending. Like, when I mean bad ending, I mean like no happiness. No, we absolutely want a happy ending. That's why I said a second ago, like, the vibes of this chapter is what I would want in the end, but just the content itself doesn't work for me that much. don't think that Soul, like if that were to happen, and then we think that the manga's going to end soon, that they would win. Absolutely not. Actually, I think that would be kind of trash in itself too, because the themes of the series doesn't really, like, there's no way that they can end like that, like with Soul winning or the rules winning. Absolutely not.
Not that they would win, but more so that it is not over.
I mean, but then even if it's not over at this point, I feel like we would just do something to just win it right back very easily, clean slate.
I was just curious, just a thought I had. I personally feel like that is 100% cope, especially with how many chapters. I want to say that we get 2 more. I think it's going to end on 239. Either 239 or 240. I know we only have 2 or 3 chapters left for the 9 chapters in this volume. And there's no way we're getting another volume now. Not with this chapter. 0%.
It, like, I don't know, it's just real strange. Like, I love the cast. I loved a lot of writing in this series. The pacing was really good. Sometimes it was sped up, sometimes it was dragged, but it was never egregious like how some other series would do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, things were entertaining. The only arc that wasn't as entertaining is obviously like the Tatiana arc, maybe. All the other ones had something. Even the Chikara school one was cool to just see them in school and have them interact and whatnot. But like,
still 4 more rafts? Interesting. I thought I did the math. I thought it was much less, but we appreciate it. Okay, so let's base our next topic of conversation off of his message. 4 chapters. How does he fill that out? It can't be 4 chapters of epilogue.
It is.
I don't care about Sun or Moon. Sun and Luna. Soul. What, you're going to have a couple of conversations with the Master Rules that we don't care about anyway? I'm going to hate reading that even worse. How do we get 4 more chapters out of this? And technically we could get 3 because 1 or 2 of them was extended chapters. But like, I don't even see... I think 2 chapters would be a stretch. Let alone 3 or 4 more.
I'm just like, I was really coping for a while. This is something. This is going to be a plot twist at the end of something. Soul, something. Like, I didn't even feel like.
I kind of don't want it now.
Maybe briefly, I feel like our backs is up against the wall. Then it wasn't. Once Julia manifested injustice.
We already did this without Aegis. We did this without Rebellion, which they confirmed both of them were necessary to defeat God.
Like, specifically, they said though all 3 of these artifacts are necessary in doing it, and they didn't use it. They used a replica of Aegis, but not.
No resolution with Luna. That's my biggest gripe.
No conversation.
No conversation, no hands, no, like, she smiles and she's gone. She was just sweating. She looked like a character last chapter. Where did she go?
Like I said, AOT, at least Ymir, you could understand, oh, this is some weird, so this was all happening from some, like, Stockholm Syndrome stuff. Like, okay, whether people like it or not, that just, like, makes sense, and it works. Luna is like, yeah, I created this game. We're supposed to learn something. I guess we learned something. We're gone. Like, okay, what's the...
So,
I don't know, man.
Gavin and Rafts have kind of combined.
New game content.
Thought. New game plus. Oh, man.
Nah. I think it's cope, y'all. I'm sorry, dogs. I'm sorry.
So, I don't think we're getting another volume. If a 5 chapters left announcement was made, it would either be outside of the normal in terms of how many chapters are in a volume for Tozuka in this series, or it would imply we have another volume.
Good point, Raph. She said Dr. Stone was announced. There's 2 chapters. I think something else was also announced like that too. Was it Mashal? So, and I think the 5-chapter one is for like series that are just more popular. Because I feel like I hear the 2-chapter ones for ones that aren't actually selling as well units wise. But
and what sucks about this the most, I say the most, one of the things that sucks the most about this is all before the winter special. Now, guys, as much as I didn't like this chapter, as much as Vontae was kind of meh on this chapter, we will be here screaming for the winter special. Trust and believe. That's where we started with this series, and we're going to continue covering it until the anime either completes the adaptation or they drop it. But this is coming out before the next season, the next iteration of the story in animated format.
Let me say this again. All the stuff that we're saying that we don't like right now, for me personally, I don't ever think it's that much of Tozuka's fault. I really do. I truly believe he got rushed. There's no way you create, there's no way you introduce a new, no, there's no way. No way. Especially seeing what he's done early on in the series nah. You can say that Seal has more characterization than them. And Seal is not on, come on. That just shows me personally. I think he got rushed. Yeah, 16 days to the next chapter. Yep. So you gotta wait 2 weeks to see what happens next. But, I mean,
the ending of 236, I was like, I could wait 3 weeks, a month. Tozuka, take a break. I am well fed. And then
I'm good.
I get served this chapter. I'm like, ew, vegetables.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't like that. Brussels sprouts, ew.
But I don't know. It's every series goes through something, whether it's the writer, whether it's the company. It's just, it is what it is. I'm trying to think about my rating of the series now. If it's changed, I mean, it's obviously dropped, but
it's still A- to B+ for me. It's got to be. The peaks were so high.
They were, but I'm just baffled. It's. It got to a point where I'm just like, who are we even fighting? What are we even fighting for? Seeing how it ended, I'm like, what was I watching? I was just watching people saying goodbye to each other. And that was it. There was no real, consequences going on. Like I said, I just said it last chapter. How is this artifact strong enough to just defeat every rule in existence with sun and soul? How did you create an artifact that's able to kill off your other half or your brother or whoever in all of his creations? How did you do that? You created a nuke for your boy.
You're supposed to be gods.
How did you do that?
How did you do that? How did you do that?
Fuuko's love built like that. See, that's another thing. It's this human being right here, love was so strong that was it. Okay, so I think I've mentioned this to you before, but Soul Eater, the anime ending, I haven't read the manga yet. I heard the manga is way
much better.
The anime, it's because they caught up with it, so they created their own ending. The main character literally punched the main antagonist and killed him. And the theme of it was that, help me out, chat, if you guys know what I'm talking about in the anime, that they beat him with bravery. Well, I just said it probably didn't even make sense, but that's literally what happened.
It doesn't.
bravery. I punched him. Face. Bravery. Yes, there was probably a little more things, but no, that was literally that's how that happened. That's how that, and it literally ended and went to the end. The ending came on, showing epilogue montage right after that. That's basically. I'm not trying to say Tozuka's like doing that. That's what happened here, but it's in that ballpark. It's just like.
Now for a bit of jovial cope. I'm just now hoping Tozuka gets to pull a Kubo for the anime, if it ever gets here.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I like that, but I don't like. Okay, but once again, if it's because he got rushed, I'm fine with that. If that was, which I think that is the case, but if it somehow isn't the case, I'm not gonna lie, my boy, Tozuka.
Okay, what's the percentage chance that you think he wanted to end it this way? I think it's single digits.
I'm 5%.
5%.
There's no way he wanted to end it this way. Not like this. Absolutely not. Like we said, just one of the points. There are 3 sacred treasures. We use 1 to win. Like that alone just show, that's something that he set up a long time ago. There's no way he went from that to this under his own terms. No. Because we remember that. How will he forget that?
With that assumption in mind, he did literally the best that he could under the circumstances. Like, up until this chapter, guys, I don't think that he could have been rushed in any better fashion. Everything that we got up until this point, it was at least great to phenomenal.
He does better than a lot of other mangaka when it comes to that. Absolutely. I'll give him that.
If another mangaka was told you have 20 chapters to end it, I don't think they could have nearly have done as great of a job as he did.
Hell no. 100 Loop Blood War arc 2030. Okay, they use Aegis, but they didn't even use Rebellion. So I remember they used Aegis.
It wasn't Aegis though, right? It was an unbreakable shield.
Yeah, it was like a replica. But even at that, let's say we give you that. Where the hell is Rebellion?
Dad.
Like, no one used it.
Dad.
No one.
Dad.
Like nobody. I was thinking that we remember we predicted like Ruin would use it or like Andy. You know, like what happened with that?
Ruin storyline. Never. Fill in the blank. Ad-libs.
He said, "Go self-reflect. Go learn something."
What did you learn? Your tap was called Bad Loop. This loop is over.
So who's going to see him on Earth somewhere without his powers?
He'll be on a beach. He'll be like, this sun's pretty nice.
You know what's funny? Since he was floating in space, I can 100% see him like getting teleported just randomly to the beach. You know, like just a random spot on Earth on the beach. That's exactly what's going to happen when we see him.
And then it'll be a parallel to when he was screaming at the sun and Andy was screaming at the sun.
Yeah, I agree, Alves, but it's still one of those things like you set up those 3. I'm not saying that like they have to be equal. It's just that they're supposed to be necessary. Used. Exactly. So it's like, why introduce that? Yet this is the only one that really matters. It's like, what was the point of the sacred treasures? If anything, I feel like some of these normal artifacts were a lot more helpful than the sacred treasures at that point.
Time is Strange. It healed Fuuko.
Yeah. Yep.
G-Liner. It helped create Time is Strange. Yep.
Soul Calibur.
Oh yeah, and then Blood and Shadow is gone. So Ruin has no friends. No comrades. Bruh.
Yeah. Like it
feels bad, man.
I'm not even blaming Tozuka, man. I'm not. Because I don't have to be told this. You don't even need to fact check it for me. I just know. Come on, man. Master rules, really. That alone. All I gotta say is master rules. Everybody will know what I mean. Soul, you know what I mean. That boy did nothing. Absolutely nothing. He manipulated a very, very big side character, including, like, that's the biggest feature of anything he's done.
Now he doesn't have a feat. Chikara's healed.
Only Apocalypse. That was it. Ooh, he killed Apocalypse. A book that can't do nothing. That can't defend itself. Oh man.
Spring. Last loop.
I want to know what Tozuka's playing. Like, actually playing. I want to know.
I don't think we'll ever know, but yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. He doesn't want to make it. He would never want to make it hot and make it seem like he's ungrateful for the time he has and writing. I understand that.
Yeah, they gave him a shot.
Exposition.
He cooked as long as he could.
It's
kind of like a veteran that like blows out their knee near the end of their career.
Well, you trying to say that was Soul the whole time?
I was gonna say that was Tozuka. Like, he was maybe in his prime or at the end of his prime.
Pell is articulating a lot of stuff that I've been saying very good. That's how I feel. Yes. And it didn't even feel like the same person writing. It's like, how did you do that for language? And I'm not really gonna say Beast, because Beast is whatever, but he still has his own art. But language, and then the rest of them are just, there's no way. Death, soul, time, like, really? Justice.
And like how this Ragnarok played out versus last one, I'm not talking about the death. I'm talking about the sense of stakes. The sense of, like, this is the end. We kept saying, this is the last loop. At this point, I don't even really care.
Bruh. And then Andy in this one, this is the Divine War.
The Divine Warfare.
You said that and we just pour over them, clean slate? Really?
Blowouts, every game.
They had one good run. They had like a 10-0 run, but they were still down by like 20.
We call timeout. We use heart. Curry for 3. Bang! Bang!
Literally.
I'm sorry, guys. This isn't the type of stream that I was expecting to have tonight.
Me either, at all.
I want to be more excited. I want to be happy about this chapter. We're not going to fake our reactions. And hopefully you guys can appreciate that authenticity. Like, if we don't like something, we'll tell you. But that's why you should also realize when we say...
Uh-oh, you lag. No. Okay, I heard the clap. Okay, there you go.
What was the last thing you heard? I don't know how long I was gone.
About, like, you were telling chat that, like, it's, we just gotta be real. Our real opinions are real.
Authenticity, guys. Like, yes. But that's why when we love something, we genuinely love it.
Yeah.
Not faking
that. No fakesies. And like I said, this is not Tozuka's fault. I'm not going to put a single
I'm not faulting it for him.
No. I really think this is, I'm not going to call him dog shit, but this damn...
It's the editor.
Dr. Zane,
it's that editor.
I hate that. Like, why? Every series... Once again, I'm going to just say this, guys, all right? Damn near every series that I reacted to on my channel all had controversy in their final, arc or final chapter specifically. The reason being because they're being rushed. Like, you can't give if you can't give like MHA, JJK, like, you can't give them more time. I don't. You have no hope here with like Undead, Master, like
no chance.
It's crazy. It's like, and Raps, I seen you in a JJK stream before. I don't know how you feel about JJK, but like, even though I feel like Gay, he's like, all right, shit, I'll wrap it up. He didn't care. It seemed like he's like, all right, like, yeah, I'll give you this, write this. okay, they're rushing me up. All right, I'm out. But like, there's a lot of them that would genuinely want to end it on their terms without any pushback, any or having to fight back with it, and they just can't. Like, this is evident. Like, if out of all the series that I just named or I'm thinking of, this is the one I think is the most apparent. This is not the same writer. It almost feel like he's not the same writer, and it's not even his fault.
I'm featuring that one too. Guys, I have not.
Don't like it.
I've not watched past Hidden Inventory. I watched one episode of Shibuya. I have not gotten back into JJK. I don't mess with it as much as Vante does.
That's my shit. But even with this, I feel like Gege, and I was talking to Trevor about this too, about Kubo. Gege is very much like Kubo. So the stuff that we kind of talk about that we have problems with Bleach, Gege is like, I'm saying he's like his son. Like he does, it's very similar in ways. But for me personally, I like it more because I like the characters more. Bleach characters,
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Do I like Bleach or JJK more?
We probably like Bleach more, maybe.
Probably Bleach.
Because you experience more of it. For me, I like JJK more. Bleach, they just piss me off too often. Like, everything pisses me off. Like, the villains right now pissing me off. Most of them, just it pisses me off.
I just have like no spark with JJK, and it's so weird. I feel like I would. I feel like I should love JJK, and I just don't. It's just there's no light behind my eyes when I'm watching or reading it. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, that's dark.
That's how I feel with kind of with Chainsaw, but we're not into it yet, so I can't even say that. But
it's still
right
early.
Now, I'm not that impressed. But hey, we're just chopping up right now, just letting you guys know things that we like or dislike. Because some people, I'm not saying any names, but I can't say any names. It's not like I'm thinking.
You don't know.
There's a lot of YouTubers, reactors that will just bullshit and lie and just act like, because they want people to like their content. But you can criticize things without hating. You can also like things without being a kiss ass. It's just normal.
Yeah, and just because I didn't enjoy this chapter or maybe even how it ends does not mean I did not love this series for the past 236 chapters.
Just the way it is. Yeah, Raph. Kendako, that's how I feel about Luna right now, Raph. You know what I'm talking about. That's basically how I feel about Luna. So it's like, okay. Oh, okay.
All right, so any predictions for next chapter? Or do we just end it here?
I mean, not this next chapter specifically. All I can think of is they're just going to make new memories with Fuuko. That's all. I don't even think I don't even know about Sun and Luna. Like, I don't even care no more. That's how bad it is to me. I don't even care about the antagonist. There's no real payoff for me. But we're just fighting nothing.
It was such cool world building, like 1 or 2 chapters ago, with the whole like spiraling from another dimension or across the universe. Just wasn't paid off, unfortunately. So
everything can be perfect. Nothing is perfect.
Oh, and guys, we know we ain't shit. Tozuka can do it much better than us.
Yeah, we're not little people. Have you been seeing recently with the JJK, AOT, the
Jujutsu no Kaisen? Bruh. Come on.
The thing is, those things are created, for the most part, I'm not going to say all, out of like, oh, I absolutely hate this ending, you're trash. I've seen tweets of these same people that made this that were talking crazy.
Arrogance.
What are you doing? You cannot write like that. What are you doing? Most of the time, it's like, once again, it's them getting rushed. There's not a lot of times where the mangaka completely falls off. It happens. But
it can.
Recently, I think it's just like, it's just time to wrap up. They tell them, all right, let me wrap it up. Yeah, hell no, we don't need no damn Otsutsuki. No, no.
I only half know that reference, but it makes me smile. All right, guys. So without any further delay, we're gonna get around and get out of here after a little cross promotion. So we got Haikyuu, should be hopefully later tonight since this is a shorter video. We got, what do we got? Bleach coming out this weekend. We got Squid Game coming out this weekend. The 2 episodes remaining before the end of season 2. We do have Dandadan next Thursday, 8 p.m. EST. And then we are going to be recording a lot more Haikyuu so we can keep up our Monday, Wednesday, Friday release schedule. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. I think it's pretty well received so far, I would say. Let's see, backlog. Got a couple things still that come out. Pluto, One Piece live action, Avatar live action, and a couple other random episodes that got blocked or just didn't have a chance to upload. Genuinely, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to us. I know not exactly a positive
It's
opinion of this episode.
You guys did
but again,
great too.
You kept us engaged for an hour and a half, and I don't think I'd have been able to get through this without a drink. I don't drink, by the way, for this chapter. So, as Vontae likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. We'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.
Peace.